guys, we're back in the roaming field, yippee, and the beans are in. Came past here last night and the combine was in here, so there'll still be a lot of stalks in that down there, and as you can see the oilseed rape stalks are still there till it's all cultivated, but we'll make our way through. We've got the CTX with a little 6-inch coil. We had a few nice bits and pieces last time. Easy little coil to get in between all the stubble and everything. So we'll get the CTX switched on, get down there, and we'll make our way down to the, hopefully get a few nice little Romans down the bottom and a few artifacts. And as usual, it's windy on the hill. So I apologise for any wind noise. I'll try my best to keep it down. Well guys, first signal of the day, so let's do the first unveiling. Nice little low tone, using my Roman program as usual on here. It really sorts out the signals for me the way I've got it set up. Listen for all the low tones in amongst the high ones. It's in this bit here somewhere. Into the little bit. Always in the last bit you always notice. Tiny whatever it is. The last time we were in here we were getting lots of shot as well. There's this little coil, don't have find the tiniest of signals. That looks like just a bit of scrap, yeah, a bit of scrap copper. Oh well, we're off and running. Oh, second find. It's just a old pewter button, probably 18th century one, all bashed around. Hi guys, made my way down to where the bean crop was, and don't look too bad. Detecting conditions, a bit of stubble there, but it's pretty friable. And get the little coil through it all. I said this is where I've had a lot of good finds down this bottom corner. You've got the spring pond just there. That used to be a source of water, but not now. I'll show you when I get down there how it's just all overgrown, all silted up. But the springs, two springs come together from that pond there, and it's always interesting to think about these places and how in ancient times what they actually looked like and where people would get a source of water from. And this is like the only source of water for quite a distance, so hopefully we'll get a few more bits and pieces out of here. It's a little signal. It's just the end of a fibula brooch. Just to see the springs on this end. That's always a good sign when you find those. Just need to find a full one now. Well, narrowed it down to this last little piece here. There's a tiny little signal. Let's open him up and see what we got. Ah, we got a little Roman. There we go, just part of one. Definitely a little grotty. First one of the day. Don't think I'll get much off of that. Oh, we got another little ball of soil to open up. So I'm following along the top of the pipeline here, because what they did is all the spoil that they took from the top of the pipeline they've put back over the top of it, and obviously it's been dug from quite a depth. Just hopefully they brought some nice stuff up there. The thing about this soil is it's lovely and friable, so you just press it and it just drops to bits. Looks like it's just the end of a shotgun. Oh well, on to the next one. Well guys, got to the bottom of the field. I'm just showing you the spring pond with the source of water. Now you can see there's bulrushes here, so it's always a sign that there's a water source here. And you see some of them come, the seed heads over there. But I would love to know what's in here. So they don't look much, but probably back in the time this was kept pretty clean. And it was used for the water source. It said there's two springs come from here and they head off down to my right here. And that's probably why the Roman coins and the Saxon bits and the other bits and pieces I've found over the years have been down this corner of the field, all down to a water source. It's always worth keeping your eyes open when you're hunting, just looking for clues of habitation. Well, after chasing around with a pinpointer, looks like we've got a million. Tiny little coins. This is late Roman, these ones. Just stamped out and stuck into bags just so I could buy a loaf of bread. Well, always a good sign when you pick these up, because you know you're not missing anything. Another little pewter button, this time it's intact, this one. You don't usually get them with a little loop on the back there, it's normally broken off, that's how you find them so much. Oh well, another fine point for Roman little grotty. Usual sort of like Constantine era, 320, 380, somewhere around there. A big lump at the side of that one. But they're still here, we keep finding them. Nice low tone on this one, and just see a little bit of bronze on the side there, just in there. Crack him open, looks like a big button, a big bronze button, or the end of something. It's definitely old, that one, been made of bronze. Let's see if we can ID it for the review. It definitely looks, I'll go for a button. Well, another low tone there, got another little grotty on the edge of the clump there, just see it there. Looks like a better condition one, this one. I can make a head out on this one for a change. Sorry about this wind. Causing chaos with the camera as well. Right, let's get that fine point plotted. See if we can try and keep the camera still in it. But it is blowing a hoolie, as they say in Scotland. Ah, gorgeous blackberries. Not many's round at the moment, but I'm near the pond, so it's quite wet. So I'm going to have my lunch now. Yum. There we go, number 4 little grotty. I went too far down into a couple of figures on that side. A tiny little coin, just gave a nice deep tone wispy signal. These gilded buttons get your heart going every time you just see that little edge in the hole. You always think sovereign, gold coin, Celtic stater. Nah, gilded button. Well guys, got another tiny little signal. Nice deep tone. You can just see it in here. Looks like a tiny little buckle. Just carefully break it open. A little bronze buckle just coming out of the clod here. God, that's tiny. Oh, one of the smallest ones I've found for a long time. Look at the size of that. Tiny little thing. It might be medieval, 15th, 14th, somewhere around there. But we'll see if we can get a proper ID for it. Well, that pistol ball was just on the surface there, just scraped it away with my boot and there it was. Yeah, where's the sun gone? This wasn't in the forecast, it was supposed to come till late this afternoon. Got this horrible, driving, drizzly rain. You're not got any waterproofs, but CTX is waterproof and I'm waterproof, so I'll just try and ignore it. Hopefully it'll just blow through. It's proven hard work today at the office, so could do with a good turn of the plough to liven it up again. Well, just flip the soil over and you can see another little green grotty down there. Nearly missed that one. Just gave sort of like an edge of the coil signal. Very faint blip. And I went back over it and dug it and there he was. I think it was a very good signal, that one. Oh, it plotted up and added to the telly. The grottiers are getting grottier. Look at the state of that one. You can just make out a standing figure on there. The other side is just almost flat. We're saving them, but don't know why. Well guys, you can see the state of the ground here. It's just all cracking up. So it gave me spade right in those cracks in the fields. So we seriously need a lot of rain down here. It's just crazy. So the dust gets in your eyes if you're not careful, especially with this high wind blowing. Look, I was just looks like a farthing just on the surface, just with a boot scraping. There it was. Oh, even better, it's a sixpence. Now, is that a bully, George? That looks like a George III bullhead sixpence. Oh, what a beauty! At last, a decent coin. Oh, looks a bit worn though. It's a bit of silver. Woohoo! That's for you, Dave, up Scotland. Great fun. Result. It's well worth gridding up and down with this little coil and amongst all the stubble. As I keep telling myself. Well guys, we're getting closer. That's nearly a full fibula. It's a very, very fine one, that one. Just make it out by the shape, and that's about it really. The state they get into. It's always a good sign. Early occupation when you get these. Well guys, coming to the end of the hunt, and we've just got a, looks like a little loom weight or a spindle whorl. A bit small I think for the loom weight, so it might be just a very plain spindle whorl. So the wind's getting up now and the rain's just starting to come back again, so I think we'll call it a day. We've had a good day. Hard day. Looks like we've got another little one. Up to the usual standard of a grot. Nothing on that side. Nothing on that side. Oh well, we'll still get it plotted because I always like to follow the patterns of where the coins are. And a new part of the field at the moment, and they're starting to come out. Last signal of the day, Victorian farthing. That's well gone, that one, where you can just see the Britannia that side and Vicky's bunhead on the back. So, nearly at the car, so hope you enjoyed today's hunt on the Roman field. I certainly have. It's tired me out, that's for sure. So I'll catch up with you guys at the review. Hi guys, welcome to the review from the Roman field finds. Yay! Been crop off. Still a bit of stubble down there, but getting easier to work. It's a lot more friable now, so we can get the little coil through. Hopefully they'll be ploughing that and then rolling it flat soon. We can get the big CTX 17-inch coil on that, because I reckon there's some other stuff just below the plough line there. We'll give that a good go. Now, from the shunt point of view, one thing I love about the Roman field is I've been doing it over, what, nearly 30 years now, so most of the junk is out. Now you can see here, I've just had a few bits and pieces of rubbish, mainly lead, a few bits of wire. But it's great now, because you basically, most of the things you do detect are finds. And I did find another task I was given early on this season, the bird scarer. That's part of the Graham's equipment there to get the birds away from the crops, but he lost the end of it, so I've just found it for him, so, and a few more brownie points for me hopefully. Well, from the rubbish point of view, not worth dwelling on that. So finds point of view, as usual, the Roman field never lets me down. Like I said, we've been detected on ground that we've been covering at the back end of the last season. So I just moved the hunt a bit further out to another patch of Roman coins I've started finding, just away from the spring pond there. Tactics worked. Got plenty buttons and bits and pieces. Even got a 1p. What's that doing on my Roman field? That's a second 1p there. I need to have serious words with them. Finds points, what I like to call them in that field. I plot every Roman and Celtic and Saxon find I find in there, and I got a load today. About 10 finds bags I think I've filled here. Got a nice bully sixpence in one of them. Had usual Roman grots, part of a fibula and a whole fibula, but not much left on that. It's been eaten away with the chemicals, but it's one of the early ones, a very fine one. Could even be a La 10 one, which is even earlier, so we'll have to have a good look at that, but there's not much left of it to properly identify it. So overall, a good day was had by all. The rain sort of kept off. Did come down occasionally, but didn't really bother me. It's warm rain for a change. The wind's coming from the south, so that'll soon change, I think, as we get more into the winter hunts. I think we get few torrential downpours, which we do need because the ground's still hard. But the beauty of the Roman field, it's so friable, that well cultivated soil. So as soon as you touch it, it just crumbles in your hand. So it's great to detect in. And it's great for the farmer as well because it's very profitable for him with the crops there. Very good soil. So coming to end of a little quick review, I'll just show you the finds that we got. And from a really enjoyable day in the Roman field, we'll certainly be back in there before the end of the harvest. So happy hunting to everyone. And again, more subscribers have joined me. Thank you very much. And big thank you to all you guys that continue to watch my videos. It's very much appreciated. And I'll continue making them for you. So again, happy hunting to you all. Cheers then.